I think I was like 18 and wasn't really influenced by anyone. I just, something I wanted to do. I don't think I was ever really told about contraception. She just talked about sex. I really didn't learn about contraceptives probably until I got in college. I knew about it, but I didn't really think about it. But, it was, in college, it was more or less on a platter. Whatever you need, you can come get it. Well, I was 26, and again, I think I was pressured into that because I was more of like, I'm going to wait till I'm married and do this, but just being pressured. I didn't want a baby, I didn't want a child, but I wasn't going to have an abortion either. No, I wasn't aware of that high of a percentage. It's sad. I think it accounts for a lot of the problems we have in the inner city or in the black community, because sex is just, it's out there. I think it's become a way of expression, kind of like a rite of passage, so to speak. So you have all of the teenage pregnancies, you have all of the single parenthood. It's just a cycle, most of the time that person's pregnant, their mother was pregnant as a teen, their mother's mother, and it just kind of gets caught up in this cycle that repeats itself. I mean, I don't think it's their responsibility or it falls on them, because you don't really have a connection, to them. It's ultimately the parents. It's your TV they're watching, or their teens, who's buying the tickets to go to the concert. I think that's the problem. Just because they're in the limelight doesn't make them a role model. I would have definitely waited till I was married to have sex. Because I think it opens a door. And if you're not mature enough, you have all these emotional attachments now, and it's kind of hard to deal with. It's like an emotional roller coaster. So I would definitely wait till I was older, more experienced, and it was always my plan to be married and have a child. I don't think it's easy. I started really young with my son. He was about 9, and I showed him movies, very graphic movies. We talked about sex. I told him the book, and I would have wanted him to wait. Now there is a but. Being in the society we are, I don't think he's waited, But I'm not going to give him a condom. But we did talk about different methods of birth control, and then just talking about him not becoming a teenage father, him not being ready. That's kind of a tough question. And it's so complicated because, again, you have generations of families where this dynamic is happening. So, it's easy to say, okay, I'm going to talk to this one, but I think you have to get to the root of the problem. And I can only speak for experience. I didn't allow my son to watch BET for the formative years of his life. And I had the TV locked. My family would come over, and he's 17 now. And I still have the television locked. And I think parents have to start, they are the number one filter. And if you start filtering what goes in their ears, what they see in their eyes, and you can combat a lot of that. But that's what we're not doing.